Hello and welcome to the Week in Review for the week ending July 28th, 2012. I'm Veena Bharath, inviting you to spend the next half hour with me as we take an in-depth look at the stories that impact our daily lives. In this week's program, the fight continues against the spread of HIV. The Ministry of Health works towards the healthiest day in the nation's history. And a special feature on Going for Gold, an initiative of the Ministry of Planning and Sustainable Development. The Week in Review begins now. Let's take a look.
I want you to join with me. I want you to join with all of the NGOs. I want you to join with the government of Trinidad and Tobago to put our minds to bringing down HIV/AIDS, and by 2015 to ensure that the incidences of new infections is reduced significantly. The world is heading for what we call a target zero, and we in Trinidad and Tobago can surely show the world how to get down to zero when it comes to new infections.
Mr. Samuel made the plea while addressing persons gathered on the Brian Lara Promenade for the HIV/AIDS Candlelight Memorial Concert. He adds that the need for everyone to work together has become more apparent in battling stigmas and discrimination associated with the virus. He says it is time for us to realize as a country that HIV/AIDS affects us all.
As we try to eliminate and alleviate the situations of HIV/AIDS and all of the things that are associated with HIV/AIDS, such as discrimination and stigma, we are realizing that to deal with it cannot be just the sole responsibility of government, but it has to be the responsibility of each and every individual. And that we need to coin the slogan from here on that AIDS is everybody's business. That if you are not infected in one way, then you will be affected in some way. In other words, whatever it is, AIDS, HIV/AIDS will affect you. It would affect the economies of the nation. It would affect the development of a nation. It would affect the nation in its most productive years. And that is why, if all of us play an integral role in dealing with HIV/AIDS and becoming a responsible society, then together we can be successful in alleviating the situations of HIV/AIDS.
The minister was quick to point out that besides working together, education is also important in battling the spread of the virus and the stigmas attached to it.
Every one of us have got to become educated. We must learn about the virus. We must learn about the infection. We must now become far more educated as to how we can contract the virus. We must be sure and certain that we have become responsible in our lifestyles, and we as responsible people, that we will not now be part of the problems of the future, but that from today we can be part of the solutions for this nation.
Also offering some advice on HIV/AIDS discrimination was extempo expert Black Sage, who offered it the best way he knows how.
This is a great occasion, oh mama guide. Because of this disease, plenty people dying. And that is why it is my delight to be here in the candlelight. Because you know I cannot object all the sufferers. We have to respect, and I have to tell you without a trace, don't discriminate on them in the workplace. I'm a dying, I'm a dying, I'm a dying, I'm a dying, I'm a living, I'm a deep, I'm a dying, I'm a sing for me.
Granny, what you doing?
Child, I forget and I wash my pension check.
But Granny, you can't use it like that.
What? I need my money now.
Granny, you didn't get the form to sign up for the new initiative by the government.
Inishiwa?
It's called direct deposit. You see, there was a concern for lost check, so they came up with direct deposits. So you could go directly to the bank to withdraw your money.
So wait, they ain't posting out the checks again?
No, once you sign your form and post it in the mail.
Oh, well, that good. Morning, neighbor, morning.
Morning, Tanti. I'm going to check for my check.
But like you ain't hear about direct deposit? Wait, people who getting disability grant, them getting it too?
Yes, disability, pension, and public assistance.
That is we think. Come, boy, come. Let me tell you about direct deposit. Direct deposit, boy.
Direct deposit. It's direct banking, direct payment. Call 800-4775 for further info. Direct deposit, making sense.
Informing and educating the nation, especially the young ones, about water, how it's won and processed, and how it should be protected are just a few of our major responsibilities here at the Public Education Center. The enjoyable learning environment, cultivating conservation habits, developing healthy relationships, and giving our public an appreciation of the environment in which we produce water. WASA's PEC, the region's only public education center on water.
A day of national fun and wellness. On August 12th, the Ministry of Health will be hosting the Fight the Fat Trini Food Makeover and National Wellness Day at the Queen's Park Savannah, as groups will compete to win over $35,000 in cash and prizes. Health Minister Dr. Fuad Khan says false advertising plays a major role in misleading persons to adopt unhealthy eating habits. As a result, the minister says the Fight the Fat and Obesity drive will make a difference in promoting healthier lifestyles, especially among the children.
Our children, because of what is being fed to them and what the advertising agencies and the advertising of the fast food industry is doing to our children, we are creating a cadre of very obese young children with high cholesterol levels, high sugar levels, and the formation of early childhood diabetes type 2. Our wellness program is here to fight that. When I say fight the fat, I mean fight the obesity.
The event is expected to be full of activities, excitement, and entertainment. The minister says the National Wellness Day consists of 3 main activities: a Fight the Fat Trini Makeover, a Fight the Fat Wellness Feast, and a Fight the Fat 5K walk and run to end things off.
August the 12th, I want to invite everyone on behalf of the Ministry of Health to the Queen's Park Savannah, where we will have prizes, we will have activity, and as we said, Fian, Bungie, Sherwin-Winchester, Gerard and Long Circle and other areas and agencies will be partaking in that movement of exercise. We are going to have a 3-hour burnout session from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and also a 5K walk for families. What we are trying to promote is the way forward, the fight back against what is happening to the population. We need people to eat more vegetables. We need people to be more active. We need everything to be done in this manner.
For registration information on the Trini Food Makeover competition, persons can call 627-1047. Companies will compete for great cash prizes and participate in fun aerobic burnouts and free screening checks, including BMI, blood glucose sugar, blood pressure, cholesterol, and HIV.
Shopping for a house to call your home, or you've already got one of your own. Know your mortgage guidelines. Tell me terms. Tell me rate. Fees and charges. Calculate. Will it change? And on what day? Hey, what's the current mortgage market reference rate?
You need to know so much about your home mortgage. Get the Residential Mortgage Market Guideline. It's your right to know about your mortgage so you can know your way home.
Morning.
Boss, my public assistant check reach yet?
Oh, sorry, nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, my check?
No, ma'am, nothing.
You were waiting on. Come, when me check.
Nothing today, Granny.
What you mean nothing?
Granny, you better check the office.
The office at mine, you expect me to go down in office?
Granny, why you arguing with the postman?
Because like my check loose in space.
Granny, you got your form to sign up for direct deposit. It's for senior citizens who receiving pension and those who receiving disability grant and public assistance.
Form?
Direct deposit?
Yes, with direct deposit, your money goes directly into your bank account.
Directly?
Yes, so no more checking in the mail.
Good. Come inside and show me where this farm is.
Come on, I better go down the road and tell some people down the road.
You do that.
Come on, Granny. Granny, come on. Granny!
Direct deposit. It's direct banking, direct payment.
Call 800-4775 for further info. Direct deposit, making sense.
It was a day of accolades, awards, and demonstrations when the graduation ceremony for the third cycle of the Swimming to Success program was held in San Juan. The program is the brainchild of businessman William Monroe, a man who the Honorable Winston Peters, Minister of Community Development, knows well.
Let me just say that from where I stand here today, Mr. Monroe played a very important role in my life. I know that he is the inspiration behind all that's happening here. Well, in a lot of ways, he's the inspiration behind me, because he has given me hope when there was very little in my life. As a matter of fact, when I came to Port of Spain in the Calypso tents, Mr. Monroe was the man who not only me, but who enabled a lot of Calypsonians in Trinidad and Tobago to have a big payday, because he's that kind of person who believes that whatever you do, you must do it with style. And you must pay people for it.
The minister also shared some of his childhood with the participants.
As most of you would know, I am from Mayaro. And just about every child in Mayaro basically can in fact swim, but we never had any fancy pool or any instructors. I learned to swim when I was about 3 years or 4 years old, and I learned to swim in a place called Lago Maho. So I know how enjoyable this 10 weeks program must have been for you wonderful young people who took part in it. I also know that you would have learned some very valuable lessons from this program. I am certain that a number of you would not have been great swimmers before, or as we know that you weren't great swimmers because we heard a little earlier on about your fears of the water, which you have conquered, and now you're well on your way.
Minister Peters urged all to support and develop community initiatives like Swimming to Success.
The structure of this program helps children in the San Juan, Santa Cruz area to channel their energies in positive activities. They connect with other young people in their area and have enhanced their future prospects. You have demonstrated foresight in developing this community that people outside this area may have never thought of. Above all, you have sustained this program for the past 3 years. I want you to know that you have my ministry's full support for this venture in the years to come.
We will build a nation which can hold its head high and be accepted anywhere in the world, and which any other nation will be glad to welcome as a friend.
I want to say thanks to all of our people in Trinidad and Tobago. This is your independence. You spent 50 years earning the right to celebrate a golden anniversary, and this is your 50th anniversary celebration. So welcome to all of our people, all of our citizens. Welcome, Trinidad and Tobago. This project, in which Marshall Montano is the star, is called Going for Gold. Going for gold is also what our hopes and aspirations are focused on as the Olympic Games are about to begin. Going for gold is about our independence. It is our 50th anniversary, our golden jubilee, and therefore it is something worth celebrating and something to celebrate with a lot of energy and a lot of unity. How do I put this in context in terms of what we have been doing during the course of the year since the Honorable Prime Minister, Mrs. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, launched the 50th anniversary celebrations on April 3rd at Queen's Hall in Port-of-Spain, where the first discussions and consultation on our 1962 independence constitution began under the chairmanship of the then Prime Minister of the country, Premier of the country, Dr. Eric Williams. We have been doing our celebrations by celebrating our culture. We have been celebrating by celebrating our people, especially our artists and our artists in every variety across this cultural spectrum. We have been doing this by celebrating our achievements and getting people to write about our history and our achievements, and by focusing on creativity and on innovation. We have been celebrating our unity in diversity, which is a precious gift that God has given to us and which we ourselves have worked to create. We have been celebrating community and community spirit in the communities itself. And we have been celebrating music, because music, according to Shakespeare, if it be the food of love, then let it play on. But there's a lot of good to come out of this particular project, Project Gold. Out of this will come a fund for the development of music in Trinidad and Tobago, which will be part of our major thrust in the creative industries in Trinidad and Tobago. And what do these things involve? They involve the publishing industry. They involve the fashion industry. They involve film. They also involve community and sporting activities linked to the business of culture and creativity. They involve high art. They involve murals, calypso, Indian classical, Indian popular, soca music, jazz, and steel band, all of which make us together the kind of people that we are. We are the diverse people with diverse tastes, with diverse roots, and with deep roots in a lot of tradition. And that is what accounts for the creativity that we show almost everywhere we are and in everything that we do. So I want to give up this microphone now and give it to the person who is indeed our spirit in the Going for Gold project. And that is none other than Mr. Machel Montano.
50 years of independence is a major milestone, and we plan to use this as, you know, the springboard for the next 50 years to come. This is the moment that we have to rise now and see our greatest potential, and I'm very proud of that.
Well, I feel good about the entire project, and I would wish that when we go for gold, it's just the beginning, and it's an indication that the government is going to really invest and motivate the entertainment industry as part of the creative sector for the first time in our history. And let me celebrate 50 years with a good vibration.
Now I take national pride. I respect every stride. We come from far and wide. This lights on. We've been waiting so long to show the world where we belong.
Thank you guys. I want to first of all thank everybody at the Ministry of Planning and Sustainable Development. Thank you very much, Minister Tiwari, the Permanent Secretary, Kendall, all the staff. I want to thank everybody who worked on the video. Peter C. Lewis, Dory, T.I., the whole crew. Thank you very much for capturing the vision that I had and putting Trinidad and Tobago in perspective as we head to this 50th anniversary. There's lots more we want to put in there. And we did this in a few days because we know the rush of the Olympics. We really want this song to be an inspiration for all our athletes. We want them to rise, we want them to go for gold. You know, win, draw, or lose, we celebrate 50th anniversary and we celebrate our golden people. We are our golden energy, and I think the world needs to see that. I want to thank all the performers for making this a wonderful performance. Give them a round of applause, please. Everybody from my staff, all my friends and family for supporting us. This song is an anthem, and this is a dream that I took to Minister Tiwari, Senator Griffith, Diane Griffith. Thank you very much for helping us through. We have many more songs that we are going to release from today. This is the first one. We wanted to put Trinidad and Tobago out there first. As we go forward, we are going to celebrate Trinidad and Tobago reaching out to the international community and collaborating to put ourselves on the map. We also intend to celebrate a few gold medals later on in August when we celebrate our anniversary. So we hope that this will be an inspiration for the nation. We ask you guys to rally behind every single athlete, but also rally behind every single Trinidadian that has something to say, something to show. This is our month to shine, and we will shine from this moment beyond.
Marshall is a catalyst, he's the principal artist, and he is a star. But we have brought together a number of artists from all over the community in the album that we are doing.
Well, you know, the project was a beautiful project for me when Marshall came to me with the idea that he was invited to do the album for the Olympics and for the whole 50th anniversary. I took it my duty one time to go in the studio and try and create a sort of anthem theme song, sort of like a title track for the whole album. And you know, I prayed to God to give me the inspiration, to motivate me to get the right lyrics and the right melodies. And he answered my prayers, you know. Went in the studio and the rest is history, you know. We had a lot of work doing the project internationally and locally, you know, because we were trying to perfect that international song. We were trying to get a different realm of song, you know. That's why the genre of the music is not really like soca, calypso. It's more like pop, but we still try to put the local influence in it with the pan and the sitar and, you know, tabla and all our local instruments. And the project, I must say, is a success so far, you know, and as I say, the rest is history. We're looking to go for gold now.
Colonel Roberts is a phenomenal composer, and it really, and the music that he's put into it, the little piece of piano at the beginning, is really nice. It's really come together. I mean, Marshall has a great team. There's no question about that.
And now with every breath in me, God give me serenity to control my energy. Ready to fight with every ounce of me. This is our destiny, to show the world just who we be. Now I spread my wings, I'm going higher now, yeah. And there's no time to think, there's no time to blink. We gotta make it somehow. I'm going forward.
involved in the video per se, but really in the drafting of the whole contract, which is really supposed to represent the collaboration between Marshall and the government in assisting the music industry to get from where it is now to really assisting the industry in terms of collaborating with producers, writers, that type of thing, to really make our music more international, give it the recognition that it deserves. We are capitalizing on the 50th anniversary of Trinidad and Tobago. We're capitalizing on the fact that Trinidad is participating in the Olympics right now. So we really wanted to capture that whole spirit and use music as a catalyst for all of that. And who better than Marshall as one of the most prominent artists in Trinidad and Tobago to really represent that whole brand, you know, and the Going for Gold represents that really in terms of music, in terms of the Olympics, in terms of the spirit of independence, we're really, you know, trying to push the nation to that next step.
No, I think this song is a wonderful song, and we have a little more work to do on it, but it's a wonderful song, and I think Colonel, hats off to Colonel, he wrote an excellent song, and it's beautiful. It's a wonderful song.
Can we get everybody in that with us? Come on. Hey, come on. This red, white, and black. There's no turning back. No, 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 my red, white, and black. There's no turning. Can we get some drums? Give me some drums. Let's dance. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the future of our nation. Welcome them on stage. Whoa. Put your hands in and sing along with us. Here we go. Hey. I'm going for all the way. The red, white, and black. There's no turning back. In the name of love, love, love. I'm going for all the way. The red, white, and black. There's no turning back. In the name of love. I'm going for. I'm going all the way. The red, white, and black. There's no turning back. In the name of love. Happy 50th anniversary, Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you very much.
And that's a look at GISL's Week in Review. Here's a reminder that you can view segments of this program on our website at news.gov.tt. I'm Veena Bharat.